twisting hard where the shadows lie. Grip the handle, feel the engines roar. Freedom ain't a dream, it's the open door. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Night's a beast, it devours the weak. Steel and fire, the language I speak. Dust in my lungs, wind in my face. Speed's my tempo, this road's my grace. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantel, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet Distributors, craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime.
Welcome and good evening, everyone, to the virtual Watkins Glen International Speedway here in New York in the Finger Lakes divisions. We are brought to you tonight by DSR Electric Truck Series, of course. We're waiting on Wesley Outland. He'll be here shortly. I am Mike McKenna, along with the best producer in the business, Dean Hopton, and we've got quite a turnout of around 40 trucks for this road course event. I'm super excited about it, Dean. I mean, we don't see a turnout like this very often, but 40 trucks going to take on this great road course.
40 trucks where qualifying is important, more so than it is on ovals. And speaking of qualifying, let's bring up tonight's grid to start the Glen.
Yep, the starting grid brought to you by that towing company. On the pole, we're going to see Raul Alves. This kid, he's impressive. Everywhere he goes, next to him, P2 will be Kerry Trabue. Row 2, that'll bring us Craig Bontrager and Jonathan Cofield in P4. Row 3, that'll bring us Cole Larson. Nice qualifying effort out of Cole. And Shane Scott with a stinker in P6 right there. Row 4, Keith Haney alongside the boss man Brady LaBeouf. Good qualifying effort out of Brady. He wasn't expecting much tonight, he said. Row 5, Tyler Justice, Luke Smith, Kermit the Frog in P10. Row 6, we will see the 87 of Andrew Harris alongside the 61 of Stephen Gregory. Row 7, P13 will be Adam Newbert. P14 will be Phil Pappas in the 88 machine. Row 8, we're going to see Joey Stiers in that 23 alongside Nathan Maurer in the 971. Row 9, Tyler Goodwin. He'll be alongside P18, Stephen Thomas. And row 10, Dean, that's going to bring us to Hunter Parsons in 19th and the 33 at Jeffrey Johnson at P20.
Yeah, Hunter Parsons and JJ pretty quick drivers too. Surprisingly going to be tough for fix here. Justin White and Raul Meza on 21st and 22nd. They're on row 11. We're switching over to row 12. We're going to have Chris Ellis and Taylor Peacock. Going over to row 13, Paulie Miller and Justin Lumpkin. Bit of work to do at the back here, but let's see how pit stop strategy can work out for these drivers. JD Larson and Cody Knott, 27th and 28th. We still got more to go here. 29th, Peyton Johnson, Curtis Banks in the 30th place. Going back to row 16 now, Steve Barnett and Buzzy Mongold. 17, we go over to Dylan Inich and Adam Newton. Still got more, my friend, Peyton Hubbard, Lucas Lyons. We got 41 drivers here this evening. We're at 37 at Shane Trotter, Mark Caulfield. Switching it over to the final couple of rows here. Well, race control there and Matt Cherry. We've still got another driver behind the race control there. That's Aaron and Craig Schroeder. So that will round out our massively strong grid here tonight for the Glen.
Yeah, absolutely impressive. 42 trucks taking the field tonight. We usually see a few guys, they like to take a seat, but here we are, ladies and gentlemen, 7 corners, including the up through the S's right here where they're coming right now. This is a very slippery part of the track. We'll see guys slipping and sliding, but this is all important to get this run. Long straightaway right here that'll come into the bus stop. You'll see right here real quick, a quick right-hand turn, followed by a very quick left-hand turn, and then into the carousel downhill.
Yes,
I've watched a lot of guys here, man. Yeah, that carousel is a tricky part.
That's it right here, exactly. You're going to see a lot of drivers actually probably go off as well too in the infield. Now, too many off-track excursions will get you a black flag. Get you a slow down first, and then after that, you can potentially get a black flag, which means you're going to get a drive-through penalty. So you don't want to cut the corner too much, but I guarantee there probably will be some accidents in there here this evening, especially if a stacked-up grid. Now, we don't usually get cautions here, Mike. But if it's completely like so much of a track blocker, they may call a caution out there. Race control could deem it if it's too unsafe and for too many cars will be in wrecks. Otherwise, we will stay green all the way up to our stage 1, after our stage 1, and then stage 2 presented by the glass mechanic. We will have a caution flag. Round it up at 72 laps, 100% fuel capacity, and 4 of those tyres are available. But I don't know, the Glen's not really too much of a tyre eater, is it there, Mike?
Oh, it can be after a little while, but as Dean just said, we're going 17 laps to be the first stage, but we're going to stay green after that. So we're going to take it all the way to lap 34 before we get our first, caution of the night, probably. So here they come. I should be getting all set up right now to take off.
Green flag.
There we go. We got Alvis Tribute, Ron Traeger, Cofield, and we are under green heading into turn 1 down the big downhill section here. A couple of shifts down into this right-hand corner. We can see Calamity here. Let's watch and see if everybody makes it through. We don't have to worry about the track limits like they did this week. These boys are just out and about for the stroll, Dean.
Yep. They're it's so far so good. Everybody's getting through it. They realise you ain't going to win this race on the first lap. You certainly could lose it if you make a mistake. Get those tyres up the temperature and start using those brake pedals for the first time here this evening.
Yeah, hopefully these guys put a little heat in the tires. That's the one thing everybody forgets. That you don't get the heat in, you can lock up early in the race, but everybody coming through the bus stop, getting single filed out, kind of what we would expect. You don't really want to do a lot of passing there, even though we just saw one. I'm not sure exactly who that was.
Hunter
That
Parsons.
was a good move on the inside. Hunter Parsons on the inside right there. That's a good move. Let's see if he can. Oh, it looked like a little push off there, trying to get a run off. We got the car off in the back. He should be able to be underway in a moment here, Dean.
That's Taylor Peacock that's off in the background, but there's a fantastic battle there between Taylor Goodwin, Nate Maurer getting past there, Hunter Parsons, Taylor Goodwin trying to get past Nate Maurer getting back up to that position. 3 wide here at the Glen. Well, let's take it easy and go bowling, all right? You're gonna get yourself a strike if you get it all wrong.
That's not something I expected to see there. At least Stephen Thomas, the better part of Valor there, he backed away, let it open up, and a good job by Tyler Goodwin so far. All these guys, actually pretty impressive. We're able to get it stretched out, good start, And now it's all about staying on track, save a little tire. We got a 17-lap run, and you can come in if you want to at the end of that stage. But what did we say the fuel capacity was, Dean? I believe it's 28 they can go. So they're going to have to make a pit stop before the end of that second stage. And here we see we're on board with Jonathan Cofield through the bus stop. Right here, folks, you want to hug the bottom. You want to stay down there, and there's a little mark, usually right there, this pole. That's a good place to start gassing back up. You get a little bit early there, and you can break the tires loose, even if you're in second, Dean.
Good. I don't know how to drive the Glen in these cars, but absolutely, as you can see, the gear changes and the speed, gentle on the throttle, of course, on the exits. Otherwise, the rear end of the car is just going to want to go loosey-goosey. You can see at the moment Coalfield showing the inside there of the Stinker TV beast there of Shane Scott. And that graphic with the empty to full is based on the information that you did give us. So we roughly think it's about 28 laps on a 100% fuel tank that they have here this evening.
Now, Cofield doing a little different strategy than most. He seems to be liking his third gear. He's probably figured he can keep a little drive off later in the run, but most folks will go to second or possibly even first out of that the first corner right there, and then up through the S's, usually third up to the top of the hill, flick it into fourth here. And as you're going in a bus stop, that's 2 downshifts. We'll watch here when they get on the brakes. It's usually the second sign, third sign deepest one right there. 1 shift, 2 shifts, and through the bus stop. And that's a little type of Tyler Justice right there as we're on board with Adam Newbert. Usually it stays into second through here, Dean, all the way to the bottom, kick it up into third. And you can usually get into fourth before the braking zone. And then another quick shift down to third through turn 6. And most guys will exit turn 7 in second gear. Some guys will go to first, but second usually stops the wheel spin, and this is an easy place to wheel hop, Dean.
Oh yeah. You can see on the cars as well too. They get loosey. At the moment, Raul Elvis leads this one from Craig and Kerry, but Kerry here is putting a bit of pressure there on the number 49 Toyota. Speaking of that, Toyota 1 and 2 currently at the moment in this race. And you've got Kyle Larson and Shane Scott. They're up 1 place each to each other. Crawford, unfortunately, has dropped 2 places for him with a 58 machine running in P6. So far, so good for most of the field there. We did have a little off-track excursion there early from Taylor Peacock. Raul Messers being around somewhere. Buzzy Mongold. Quite surprising, actually. Both Buzzy Mongold is a road courser as well, too. So you'd expect him to be even stronger here tonight. And looks like Peyton Johnson also had a little bit of a moment.
Yeah, this is a really good battle we're seeing here, Dean. I mean, there's battles all over the place. There we go with Shane Scott and Cofield. You get that wide exit. You'll see a lot of guys taking that exit. It gives you a good runoff, but it's also loose as you come back across the rumble strips. A little bit loose once in a while, but if you can hold it there, you can get a really good run. And then right here sets it up. You have to come off this. That's a good corner. You have to have a good corner here to get this big run down the front straight. And then, like I said, you're going downhill hard. So there's Buzzy again. Looked like he's had some major league trouble. He's looks a little bit off the pace to me, Dean.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised at Buzzy, I guess, because Buzzy just likes those GT3s a lot more for the endurance series that we have. Looks like somebody was having a little bit of trouble up the road there too. Oh, Buzzy's just locked it up on the braking into the carousel. Yeah,
just talking about that wheel hop. That's what you get. He probably went for the downshift right there. Just a little bit too much brake pressure to the rear. We talk about the brake biases and all that, Dean, but if he's in the GT3 and he's trying to use the same braking points, he's going to be in trouble in these heavy old trucks. He's going to make himself have troubles all night long as we're on board with Brady LaBeouf right here.
It's Adam Newbert, actually. Brady
that's Adam Newbert
up
again.
the road there. Yep, you're right.
I was looking at that color.
It's like trying to stop a tractor, isn't it?
Oh, it is. I mean, compared to a real sports car, these things, you got to back them way off way earlier than a sports car. So my fault there. That was Adam Newbert on board with him again. We see Cole Larson entering. This battle just won't end. Cofield, Shane Scott, over and over again. Shane should have a preferred line, but he also got loose off the corner. So Cofield staying in that higher gear, Dean, seemed to really be paying dividends on his drive off here and there.
It is. And Coalfield, of course, is Shane Scott's a great road courser as well too. He's usually in the endurance series. Of course, different beast that we're just talking about to drive. Coalfield, of course, as a previous champion, NASRA champion, so he's done his fair share of time over the Glen over all the years here. NASRA 360 Racing Network. So that's why Caulfield's no easy driver to get past in any stage, in any shape of day.
No, and he really plays a strategy game everywhere he goes. He's a smart man's race car driver. He looks at what he needs to get to the end of the stages, how he wants to do fuel, tires. But he had a great exit off the bus stop right there, and it translates to that easy pass on Shane Scott that time.
Yeah, if anything, it'll bring Keith Haney into play as well too. That battle that Shane Scott's been going with Jonathan Caulfield. Jonathan Caulfield's back up to where he actually started the race in P4, so no gains or losses for him currently at the moment. As we're getting down to close to 11 to go here for the first stage, we will stay green. And once again, those fuel tanks are pretty not bad at the moment there, Mike. So as you can see, they got
should be
three-quarters of a tank. So I reckon they probably even get to go to stage 2, my friend, before they need to gas it up.
Well, if they were 28, they'll have to pit before the end of stage 2. That's 34 laps. They won't be able to get all the way there. So they'll have to do a pit stop. And ladies and gentlemen, here, it's a little different. You're pitting on the other side of the car. So your marks they look a little different. Everything's just a little bit different during the pit stop. But here's a battle of justice. Phil Pappas making their way through. Somebody's going to have to give into the bus stop here. Let's see who can outbrake who.
I don't think they're going to give by. They're not. They're going to go side by side. Mike, that is impressive, and that is, hats off to you, gentlemen. That is allowing the space, but still battling for the position. Good to see.
Exactly right. That's a hard thing to do, to hit the angle of that bus stop correctly right there. As we see Nathan Maurer, he's closing the gap on both these guys. He may be able to get a run on one or both of them by the time they come off turn 7 and head down the straight. He's looking real strong here early in the race.
I love it. This is some fantastic racing. Once again, I don't want to jinx it, but hats off to these drivers. This is fair but firm. That's what you're going to like it. Now need to start another lap here, 10 to go, and these drivers are going to be battling it down in the first corner. Hunter Parsons is also in the play at the moment, just in the background there as well too, of Adam Newton. So we're talking about some big guns here now.
Yeah, we've seen Newton. He's pretty good on these things. He was good at St. Petersburg, but this is some great battling up too, as I believe we may be welcoming Wesley Outland for the evening here shortly. Good to see Wesley back. You see Hunter Parsons.
Guys, just give me 1 minute. I just walked in the door. I've been doing a soccer radio broadcast for the playoffs, so I just walked in the door and get everything hooked up, and I'll be right with y'all.
That's right. It's called real football out there. Thank you very much for that, Wesley.
There it is.
Okay.
On board Lucas Lyons here.
19 positions for Lucas Lyons. Adam Newton's up 19 as well, too, and P15 up the road there. So you want to talk about SVG? Mention Lucas Lyons and Adam Newton for making up gains.
These guys are picking them up. Ooh, a little loose under braking right there for the 41 Lions, but able to hold on to it, taking it out wide. Okay, got the position. I'd say it's kind of hard to stay on the gas to get on the inside there, but Parsons playing it smart, playing a long game, letting him get through. See, this is just really good battle, and we know the leader. He's way up the road now. He's it looked like 4 seconds, 6 seconds. 6 seconds. No, 4 seconds.
4 seconds, yeah.
But we got to kind of watch Cole Larson. He's making his move up. He's up a couple positions, up to third. See if he can put some pressure on Bontrager here soon. But this battle, that's a great pass by Stephen Thomas right there. Up through the S's, very loose through there. The truck gets very light at the beginning of and then all of a sudden you're tight at the top. But that was a great move by Stephen. These guys doing a great job for me, Dean. I love seeing battles at this course. This is one of it's my favorite road course track that we go to, no question. Oh,
it is too. It doesn't have the full boot. It's the NASCAR version of it, and it's certainly fast and furious. These are the battles for the biggest gainers crew here. Adam Newton up the road there, Lucas Lyons that we're on board with at the moment. So these are the guys that have sliced and diced their way essentially through half this field here, getting themselves up into that 15th and 16th place. At the way that they're moving, I'd have to probably say they're probably one of the fastest 5-for-5 as well too. No, well, not quite actually. You see Raul Elvis is in the lead there.
That clean air is mattering right now for sure.
You're right.
Clean air mattering. Let's see what we get under the braking here. Looks like the Bulldog putting a move on to Stephen Thomas. It is.
Both did, I think. Yeah, Lucas Lyons maybe.
Really, really good corner right there out Bulldog.
Oh, somebody's had a little mistake up the road there too.
Yeah, we got a little smoke in
it's
here.
Newbert, I think.
Oh, here we go.
Yep, we've got
Andrew Harris and Newbert.
Yep. They've had a little Christmas card exchange earlier.
Let's say a kerfuffle there in the S's.
Yeah, well, that's to be expected with the certain amount of drivers leaning on each other. Let's have a look at the switcheroos come back here. And was there contact? It's going to be around here, isn't it? There it is. Just a little tap on the back and sends them both into the...
that's what I'm saying. It gets really light right there, Dean. But that just, that looked like... Thought maybe I was clear and I was going to come down. Wasn't clear anymore. But the truck gets super light right here at the bottom of the hill. And then very light going into the S's. And then by the time you top the second S, you're tight. It's a very technical part. This is where most people lose their time, is the S's. But on board with... on board with Cole Larson, it looks like Cofield has gotten past him all of a sudden. He must have had a little bit of an incident, but Cofield, as we've been talking, Dean, keeping the wheels under this, trying not to get the wheel spin off, and it looks like it's paying off right now.
As you can see, there's a back marker just getting completely out of the way. Doesn't want to get into this fight for P2. Actually, come to think of it, Raul Elvis has made a mistake somewhere. He has. He's lost the lead of the race. I just noticed that because I was like, Craig's now leading it. This must be here. So he's with a back marker up the road there. I don't know if he's come together with the back marker. I think that's Buzzy Mongol. So he has. Whoa, a little bit of door banging here. I don't think he'll be too happy with Buzzy. He will not be too happy with Buzzy after that.
No.
So race control will
that's
look
not
at
going to
that.
make him happy.
No. And I don't know why... all fair play to Buzzy, but don't battle it out with when you're a lap down, especially on a road course. You should pay attention to the blue flags and move over and fight another day.
Yeah, I'd say Roll probably had a choice word or two for Buzzy right there. That's almost unacceptable. We talked about that today in the chat.
Hello, Wesley.
And now we welcome in Wesley Outland. And Wesley, we're 12 laps into this. And this has been some absolutely fantastic racing. And what we've had happen, the leader has got into a back marker and lost a 5-second lead. He is now in second place behind Craig Bontrager.
Yeah, caught some of the action there when it started. Watching it on YouTube, heading to the Casa. And Craig Bontrager right now leading probably the best race of this NASRA run. Bontrager in that top spot, leading over Mr. Albus, Paul Albus, Jonathan Cofield, Larson, Scott, top 5. I love seeing these new names or drivers that might be in the back with regular race trouble to start the season, Michael, now having the opportunity to be up in the front here as we close in on 5 to go here at Watkins Glen.
Yeah, absolutely, Wesley. I mean, I agree 100% that you find out who can drive, who can't, who gets bad luck. Maybe they're just not suited for an oval, but they're trying to get better, as we see a move here on Phil Pappas. Not quite able to make it, but yeah, these new guys getting to show up and show out a little bit tonight. And this has been a really good race so far, as we've got 4 to go. We are going to stay green all the way till lap 34. So 4 to go, and we'll count the stage points here in just a second. We see Lucas Lyons there was the one putting the pressure on Pappas.
That's one of the things you got to remember. Road course racing, I think we might one yellow flag, as you mentioned, at the halfway mark. We will move after the end of stage 1 here, which is quickly coming to an end, and go right into Glass Mechanics stage number 2. And right now, Craig Bontrager is the leader. Look at this battle now, the 31 and the 44. This is in the top 15. Phil Pappas going at it there with Peyton Hubbard, Stephen Thomas. What a fierce battle. Now it fans out single file heading to the carousel.
Yeah, we've been watching this, Wesley. These guys have really been battling in the mid-pack. There's several guys running real similar lap times. But as we get longer into the run, we're starting to see a few guys separate. But this, the top 4 within 4 seconds. And most of the time you see somebody's usually way out. So everybody's got a shot right now, Wes.
They really do. Here's the third place truck. There's Jonathan Cofield. He is battling now with Larson. Albus actually in the sight of Jonathan Cofield as they work their way down to the corner. Michael, I guess you're filling in for Jacob again. Is Jacob still not feeling well?
No, I believe he had a planned trip to Florida. He had let Cody know, but nobody had let me know till this afternoon. So I said, heck yeah, I'll step in here and watch some of this great racing that we're seeing. Happy to do it. They had a planned family trip to Florida, I believe.
Little vacation time, little vacay. And right now, Bontrager holding on to this spot here as we close in on the final 3 laps. Oh boy, almost in the grass goes Cofield, trying to set his sights on Alvis for the number 2 spot, and he reels them in as they work their way into turn number 6 and 7.
I'd say Alvis does have a little bit of damage from when he got put into the rock trap there at turn 6, so he probably got a little bit of damage. Probably didn't help his tires much either, but Cofield, as we said, we've been watching, he's not downshifting near as much. You see Alvis in second, shifts quickly to third, but Cofield's been staying in third, so he's not been burning them off with the tire spin off the corners, was it? Keith Haney trying to maybe position himself for a little bit of track position here, but I don't think so. He's into the wall and out of here, so he's had a little issue.
Remember, the end of stage number 1, they go right into stage 2 here at Watkins Glen. There's your CRN stage information. And by the way, if you're joining us now on the Community Radio Network, we went from soccer to now racing for the rest of the night. We got tonight's race with NASRA at Watkins Glen, Northwest Truck Series later tonight, NASCAR Australia later in the morning at Watkins Glen. I'm gonna be doing Watkins Glen for the next 3 days. Michael, I'm gonna be Watkins Glen pooped out here.
You'll be okay, bud. Yeah, we're here in SVG. Poor SVG.
Yeah. So Shane Van Gisbergen, the real Shane Van Gisbergen, who won back-to-back seasons at Watkins Glen, the king of road courses, I call him now in NASCAR. He won at Watkins Glen yesterday. He is not running NASCAR Australia because he's part of Love G Sport. They got a two-race suspension. They can't run Watkins Glen, which kind of sucks. But I mean, you know,
yeah,
it is what it is.
That does kind of suck. You're gonna see a superstar out there on the track, but it is what, like you said, it is what it is. Don't break the rules. Kind of like playing golf and hitting a bad shot. You know, don't hit it there. That's too bad.
Just tap it in. Just tap it in.
That's it.
All right. Anyhow, closing in, final couple of laps. Craig Bontrager continuing to lead the way. Alvis and Cofield. Larson top 5. Scott, Tribune, Smith, Newton, Lyons, and Pappas coming to 1 to go now. But if they can stay in the top 10 there, Mr. Michael McKinnon, they're all going to get stage points here at the end of stage 1.
Yeah, sir. Those points are going to matter at the end of the year. And how about this with Adam Newton, Lucas Lyons, Peyton Hubbard? Adam Newton up 26 positions in 16 laps. Lucas Lyons, 27 positions. Peyton Hubbard up 24 positions. These guys are picking them up and putting them down coming through the field right now in Westville.
Gotta love Watkins Glen. Gotta love the racing action here. It's a fun, racy place as the battle for 10th now heats up. Pappas under attack as Hubbard goes to the inside. Heading into turn number 1. Driver right. Get the clear. Gets around the purple machine. Pappas going to try to now run back down that driver. There's your leader.
Yeah,
he is already heading to the start-finish line, Michael, to end stage 1, boss.
Yeah, but he's done a great job holding off Alvis. Alvis had ran off to a 5-second lead before he got involved with Buzzy Mongold in turn 6, and he has not been able to run him back down. So I'll show you, Craig Bontrager has a good truck here tonight, and he's going to win stage 1, and we're going to continue on to all the way to all the way to lap 34 before we take the stage break. But we know the fuel window, 28 laps. According to the drivers, you can run 28 laps, so there will be a pit stop involved here probably any time you want to do it now.
Seems like pit stops at that. As you mentioned, working now lap number 18. When they come to the line, it'll be about 10 laps or so before those pit windows open. The green flag pit stop is going to be crucial to determine the outcome here in Glass Mechanic stage number 2. You're on board now with Alvis, watching on and seeing Jonathan Cofield get closer and closer to his rear deck lid, his tailgate, if you will, as they set their sight back into the corner.
Yeah, I love what Cofield is doing. Most guys are shifting more. Cofield is just not shifting as much, and it seems to have a huge effect on his drive off. He's able to make ground through the S's, but Alvis super strong in this portion of the track. But let's see what kind of runoff he is. He's only going down 1 gear. Most guys will go down 2 right there and get the runoff, but you see Alvis get loose.
Craig Bontrager gonna win stage number 1, and he is on pit road, so he is already pitting. Some other trucks are pitting, including Bontrager. Joining him is Larson, Scott, Tribune, all on pit road. Haney and others in the back as well of the 41 trucks that started this race. And yes, sir, time to break some glass. We are now in Glass Mechanic stage 2. Give stage 1 to Craig Bontrager, who's already on pit road.
Yeah, I think this will force a hand to some of these other guys. They'll probably have to come down shortly, but Cofield seems to always pull some sort of strategy, and he's still putting down good lap times. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the lap times we're seeing. They've only dropped off relatively 1.2 seconds, so these guys they're doing a great job managing the tires because this place can eat them up.
We're in stage number 2, and we're just getting started on CRN's coverage for tonight. The NASRA Truck Series DSR electric program from Watkins, Glen International.
You're listening to the CRN Community Radio Network. We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
The SimShop 175 from the virtual iRacing Watkins Glen International continues. Stage 1 in the books, won by Craig Bontrager. We now set our sights in to Glass Mechanic stage number 2. Welcome back to our coverage. I'm Leslie Outland. Michael McKinnon filling in for the vacationing Jacob Reeves, the redneck announcer. Wigglestein Hopton is always on production. And as you look down there to the bottom right, Michael, great weather conditions. A little windy, but a great night here in Wine Country, New York.
Absolutely, and you know these drivers wanted a little bit of temp. That, excuse me, that will give them a little more grip. When it's cold, it doesn't quite have the grip, so I'm sure they're enjoying it. All the people and fans around, they enjoyed it. We saw tents blowing around last weekend, so it's a great place, a beautiful part of the country, great scenery, and some great racing we're seeing right now.
Peter and Jonathan Cofield from Mumford, Alabama, one of the season champions of season 5. He's on pit road. Larson in. So drivers are pitting. Green flag pit stops are happening. And I'll be honest with you, Michael, all this is going to do is spread everybody else around the track, around Watkins Glen.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they knew they had to make a green flag, so hopefully we play this right. We're still seeing some good racing all around, but I was explaining earlier, you're pitting backwards here, which doesn't seem like a lot, but your marks for your board and all that matter in iRacing, and one little mistake and you're a second down from where you were. Four guys yet to stop. You got Luke Smith, Adam Newton, Stephen Thomas, Justin White. They have all not stopped right now. So that will turn the lead back over to Craig Bontrager, with Cofield coming out second after pit stops is what my board is showing. Alvis third, Cole Larson fourth after the pit cycle continues right here, Wesley.
Coming off the corner. That's Starbase 1552 Comics entry. On board with Mr. Luke Smith, who now leads the way. Now you got stage one winner, Craig Bontrager. He has fell all the way back in the top five. He now battles some other trucks as they start to fill onto pit road. That's Justin White onto the pit lane. By the way, don't forget the NASRA Cup Series returns after ARCA on the Wednesday night program. Hey, tomorrow night it's gonna be a road course weekend, feels like. We've got Watkins Glen tonight. We've got Sonoma tomorrow night for, of course, the NASRA Prosper Engineering Endurance Series with Dean Hopton and myself tomorrow night at 9 Eastern. We've got racing on Wednesday with the new ARCA Series. That'll be at the short track at Iowa Speedway. Then we're going to go, of course, we're off on Sunday, I believe. I'm sorry, we're off on Friday because they concluded season number 11 for the NASRA Cops Truck Series. And if you did not know, and Michael, I know you are excited as well, this series is moving to Thursday night, no longer a Friday night event unless it's like a special race or something like that.
No, I'm excited about it. Like I've said 100 times, I just think it's a better slot. You're not competing against real racing. It gives our crew a little more chance to work together. I think it's all going to be great by the time it's said and done.
To announce that my good friend from North Carolina, now in Indiana, Mr. Cody Deemers, will be the producer. Somebody I've worked with for a number of events for Elevated TV. He will be the guy that will be in the chair on production. I know Dean will be taking off for Thursday nights for the Thursday Truck Series. So Cody Deemers, looking forward to my friend helping out Michael and Jacob and myself. I'm going to try to pop in there when I can. For the most part, though, it is great to see Michael McKinnon wait patiently for things to open up. And he is in the chair here working with me on Wednesday nights and now Thursday. Oh, this new graphic. Check this out down below. P1 and P2. This awesome installment. I love it. This is why Dean Hopton is the friggin' best of the best in single producing of iRacing, Dean. Jacob would be happy. Michael McKinnon, it's stuff like that right there.
No, that's fantastic graphic. That's something we never really get to see. You can see the lap times if they're falling off or if they're sustaining. That is fantastic, Dean. I don't know where you got that, but that's professional as can be right there. That is awesome looking.
It actually has the last 5 lap average, if you will, from lap 20 to lap 23. The gain per lap and the seconds that it takes to catch them in the next 15 laps. Then it's also got, as you said, the last time that they came down on pit road and what their strategy was. Like for Adam Newton, it was no tires. No stop yet for him. I'm sorry. For Craig Bontrager, after he won stage 1, he did come down pit road and take on 4 tires. So we're still waiting for Adam Newton to pit.
Yeah, but I mean, let's look. He's not losing a ton, so he's doing a good job on these low, trying to make this work on the long run strategy. Maybe just one stop where the other guys are going to have to make 2 stops. So he may be trying it. No, we're not going to be able to go all the way to the end. So it's all going to be 2 stops. But here he comes in now. That'll turn it back over to Bontrager with Cofield. Right there with Bontrager.
Yep, well, there's that battle for first and second. It's for the lead now. As you said, here they come to the stripe. They're going to bypass Newton. And at the line, it is Cofield being scored as the new leader. Bontrager, though, powers back on driver ride into turn number 1.
That's called out breaking somebody there. My goodness, did he make a run into that corner. That's a dive, if you want to say, because you are going super downhill. You're light right here, and then, as I said before, tight right here. You got to get off the gas. Then you can whack it all the way down in here to the bus stop. On the brakes, about the 400 mark, probably the second sign. Act like I've been on this track before.
Little sideways for just a moment as they go down into the corner again.
Yeah,
and Cofield just being patient. You know what I wish they'd bring back, though? Michael? Whoa! Hold on! No! Lock it up, Bontrager, and he will, but he stays on track. Lost a lot of amount from the smoke. Falls back, though. Only 1 spot. What a way to bounce back and still hold on to third as he hit the inside Armco barrier coming on the exit or the entrance of the boot. I don't know if we get a replay or not. How badly damaged, though, do you think that number 49 truck is, Michael?
I don't know, that
Armco barrier.
Yeah, that Armco doesn't give. It looks like he's got a little bit of spin. Yeah, he's got some damage on that front. As long as his, if his toe's not broke, the toe link or anything, we'll just have to see. We'll have to watch his lap times. But it looked like he got a little bit loose as he was coming back on the track. And I'm not sure if he got tapped by Cofield or if he just got loose and went around, because that can happen there. But that happened in a hurry.
Well, that goes on. They funnel back down into the carousel. He lost about 3 seconds, the interval there. There you see that spot between Shane Scott trying to catch Bontrager. There's the Stinker TV number 20, or the number 21 machine. There he is right now. But I was just going to say, though, Michael, before we saw Bontrager crash, there, you see the entrance of the boot there. I would love to see somebody race the boot again at Watkins Glen. Nobody does it anymore.
I think it'd be awesome. I've done it in GT cars and stuff. That's a great part of the track. The funniest thing I heard all weekend is I guess they have named that short chute Boots Bypass. I guess that's what they're going to call it from now on in NASCAR.
Yeah.
That's new to me. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, the Boots Bypass is what they give as a description of what they're missing, if you will. But I wish somebody would bring that place back again, man. I love the boot at Watkins Glen International. For the time being, though, it is the 2.45 mile, 3.94 kilometer, 7-turn track here at Watkins Glen. If they ran on the long Glen, which is the boot, it would be 3.4 miles.
Oh, yeah, it makes a huge difference. You see the damage on Bontrager there. Is that Shane Scott able to cruise right on by? That's a shame just how that worked out for him.
Yeah.
Like I said, we couldn't get the replay right there, but I saw him get loose. I don't know if it's snap or if he got help. We'll have to find that out later on, Wesley. But how about Shane Scott right here, the Stinker TV boys? They are putting on a show. I mean, they're 12 seconds down, but third place, having a great run after all the bad luck he's had so far.
Very popular racetrack. We have a replay now to show you what happened to, I think it was Bontrager. Watch this. This is Bontrager in 49. Watch what happened to him coming into the boot bypass, if you will.
I think that might be a lap too late.
There's the pass for the lead.
Yeah, we'll get it wound right. I think we was a lap late right there, but poor Bontrager, though. He's having such a great run. He's all the way down to 6th now. As Cole Larson's able to get around him right now. It's just a shame. Had a great truck.
It really is, yeah. But you know what, though, Michael? And here's the deal. As we close in on 10 to go in Glass Mechanics stage number 2 here in the SimShop 175 at Watkins Glen, there's still plenty of time to get back in this race. So if I am Bontrager, I'm not frustrating myself. I'm not getting angry. I'm going to just wait it out, try to see if I can stay in the top 10, maybe try to get some stage points, stage 1 winner. But other than that, I'm coming down pit road because the caution's coming out here at the midway point of this race at the end of stage 2 in 9 laps.
I think it's lap 34 maybe. Is it 37? I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm with you. The only problem right now is his lap times are 3 seconds slower than everybody else. He's running 117 on the last lap. Most guys are in the 113, so he's going to have to hold on for dear life here. But he's just losing it as he goes. If he can hold on, get some service under the yellow, get the Sawzalls, the Bear Bond, whatever we got to do, and then he can get back in it for sure.
And by the way, we know that we've got that longest stage of the race coming up in stage number 3. And I promise you, there'll be some green flag pit stops there to possibly determine the outcome of the race. Kind of like what we saw yesterday in the Cup race. Remember what happened? Late pit stops. Let me listen. Shane Van Gisbergen was on an entire different strategy than anybody else in the Cup race yesterday, and he was able to do it, and he was able to win the race.
Yeah, I mean, he made up 33 seconds in 26 laps. That's the damnedest thing I've ever seen. Whoop, Luke Smith was putting a dive bomb, but that was one of the dangest things I've ever seen in my life, Wesley. I mean, to win by 7 seconds after being 26 seconds down is just incredible.
It'll be fun for sure. Yes, they are really exciting to watch, and obviously it's been really fun watching what Mr. Shane Van Gisbergen's done. And I'm going to tell you, if he ran NASRA Australia tonight or this morning, tomorrow morning, when I get up at 6 a.m., I would tell you he'd probably win the thing. I would have no doubt. But he has a 2-race suspension for, I think, too many incident points or an accident and the controversial thing that happened with the Lobs team. I'm not sure the whole gist of it, but anyhow, he won't be there tonight, and that's frustrating. But if he would have been there, I think he would have got his third NASRA Australia win of the year. Right now, though, we see Cofield continuing to bounce back up in front. Raul Alvis is in second, and now you look at third and fourth. That's Shane Scott. Nope. Kerry Tribune, Cole Larson now. It flip-flopped on us immediately.
Yeah, there's good racing everywhere, folks. It's just hard to find it all. But this kid Larson, he's showing what he's made of tonight. He's putting it on these veterans a little bit because we know Kerry Tribune is a great race car driver, and Lucas Lyons is a road course guy. But there's Larson right there, firmly in the 5th spot, and he is reeling in the 7 of Tribune. Here's my question with SVG West. There are enough road courses. He's going to make the chase, right? He's 16th in points right now. He's probably going to make the chase, I think.
Get in there, get in the chase, make it happen. And here's that pass now. Bontrager getting bypassed now by the 31 of Hubbard for 8th.
No, he's doing what you asked.
Excuse me, if Bontrager can just hang on, that's all he's got to do is just try to stay in the front.
Yeah, like you said, if he can hang there.
Top 10, I meant to say, not front. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, Alvis is already in for his pit, so he's going to try to flip the stage here and get a little more repair, get some new shoes. He's going to try to flip the stage here because I think it's 34 is the stage, so we're coming down to 2 to go for the stage.
I hope you're enjoying us on CRN. We had a fantastic state playoff soccer game. I love soccer. Men's soccer, women's soccer. It's fun. It's exciting. Clayton was able to shut out number 8 in the state, was able to shut out number 24, South Garner, 7-0. Anybody knows what nil means? That's 0 in English terms. So, and obviously, I kept telling everybody on the radio, as soon as we finished, we would be hightailing it to cover for NASRA. But I will tell you that they are advancing to round number 2 of the tournament. They will play on Wednesday, and it will be at Clayton again. So that's also fun when you're in the state playoffs, and Michael, you can play at home and not travel on the road. That's also good for me, so I can be not traveling across the state to come back to the house for the race on Wednesday night for ARCA.
Oh, absolutely. You always want to play the home game, right? That's quite a battle we were seeing just a second ago. Looked like Lucas Lyons. He's really putting the pressure on the Newton as we get toward the end of the stage right here. Yeah, up 30 positions, Lucas Lyons. That is that's amazing. My goodness. Got Tyler Justice here. Looks like he's up the tailpipe of Justin White. We got a little smoke. I don't see anybody damage, but somebody must have been sideways. Able to drive away at least, it looked like. Adam Newbert.
Oh, Adam Newbert's and a little bit closer where we saw what happened. Yeah, watch this again. Oh, Buzzy Mongold getting sideways, entering through the bus stop.
Woo! Yeah, that was not the greatest angle. Not the greatest angle right there, Wesley. That was going to happen about the entire time, I think. Yeah, this is back with Alvis after a pit stop, 11th place, putting the pressure on Hunter Parsons here. We should be coming to the end of the stage. One final lap for these guys.
There's going to be a lot of guys, Michael, ready to come down pit road, especially when this caution comes down, too. Got to wonder how many drivers are kind of just, in the word putting used in golf lightly, right? They're putting their way around the Glen to try to find a way to get relieved before the end of the stage because they got to come down pit road.
Oh, I 100% agree. 'Cause right here, especially, this is so tricky through here on old tires. And like we were talking, I think Alvis is going to be able to flip the stage when it's all said and done. Schofield, I think all these guys will pit unless they try to stay out and make this a two-stop race, which I don't think they can do.
Yellow.
Oh, end of the stage.
That's the end of the stage, guys. There it is. That's how far of a lead Cofield had. He had already pulled away 15 seconds from Shane Scott. And there is the end of Glass Mechanics stage number 2. And my goodness, that is the much-needed Banana Republic yellow linen that a lot of these guys wanted in Glass Mechanics stage 2. The caution is out for the first time, the only time here tonight at the Glen. And Mumford, Alabama, Season 5 champion, Jonathan Cofield wins stage 1.
Yeah, fantastic stage.
Stage two.
It was absolutely fantastic stage for Cofield. Like I said, he's running this track different than most guys, and it's really paid off for him.
And speaking of Jonathan Cofield, we got him right now. What's up, buddy? Roll Tide. What a great job.
War Eagle, what's up, bud?
What a great job. You like these road courses, Jonathan? What a way to bounce back here and have a good solid drive here. Good stage points races so far for you in the 58.
I appreciate it. I ain't as good as MDW, but I do enjoy them, man. I try to get on here as much as I can, do road course stuff. I guess I'm getting a little better at it, maybe.
And Jonathan, I'm watching you drive here, and you're driving way different than a lot of guys, and I'm digging it. You're staying in third a lot of these corners, just, trying to stay away from the wheel spin, I'm assuming. But, man, it really seemed to be paying dividends for you.
Well, don't tell nobody, but, yeah.
I didn't mean to.
Just trying not to light the rear tires up, man. Just trying to save a little bit and be easy on my stuff. Be real patient. I'm not trying to force anything. I'm just trying to ride, and, hey, a top 5 would be good for me.
Yeah, so what we got here, we're going to pit right now and go ahead and give that strategy away, too, since I already gave away your tips.
Yeah, we finna pit right here. I think a lot of people going to short pit the stage, but we'll fall back a little bit, but it'll be all right. We'll be patient and try to work our way back up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Jonathan Cofield. We're taking a break. When we come back, we will also speak to Craig Bontrager, stage 1 winner. Stay with us as these guys are pitting. We'll step away and take one as well.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
We are back here at the Watkins Glen International on iRacing. It's the oh my goodness, what the hell? Oh, it's the SimShop 175. That's what I thought it was. SimShop 175, thank you. We just heard from Jonathan Cofield, stage 2 winner. Now we grab Craig Bontrager. Bontrager, stage 1 winner from Goshen, Indiana. He gets his first ever stage win of NASRA. Craig, having fun out there at the Glen, and I got to ask you, you won stage 1, but then you got in the wall over there on the exit of the boot. Heading to turn 6 and 7. How damaged is the truck, and were you glad to see this yellow flag, buddy?
Oh, yeah. I was surprised I could hold on to it this long. The car's hurt pretty bad. Down on power. I can't even get to 4th gear on the front stretch, so trying to get some work done on it right now, but, that pace car is clicking away, and I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. So, but, yeah, I was thrilled to get the stage 1 win. I felt like Michael McDowell trying to catch SVG there and got lucky and scooped up the stage win, put this Torque HD Tundra where I want it. And then, I just got loose in front of Cofield. He had nowhere to go, gave me a bump and shoved me into the wall. And now I got damage trying to deal with. So we'll see what we can salvage today. But it was a really solid start. I'm not a road course ringer. I was like, where are the fast guys? And it was fun to do, you know.
Yeah, Craig, you took my question. It looked like a little contact, but it did look like a little bit of loose as you come across the rumble strips there. But other than that, man, I just want to wish you good luck because you were showing out a little bit there, buddy.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
That is the thoughts of Craig Bontrager. He will win stage number 1, and of course, he will now make his way back with the Larson Esports team to see what happens here at the end of this event. And we are trying to find out, Michael, did Kyle Larson get an EOL penalty to start the race? Oh, was it not Larson? It was Lyons. My apologies. Was it Lyons? Yeah.
Well, I think he did because he didn't put a qualifying effort in. So, I mean, he's up 29 positions. So I would say that was one. There were several guys that had the EOL from the last race, and I believe he was one. But that's over with because he made his way through the field in a hurry. All right. Alva's able to flip the stage here. So it's going to be him and Cofield, Scott, Larson, Newton. All the guys that made the big push through the field, they're going to get their chance right here, Wesley.
Right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening on CRN, don't forget baseball is not over. We have just announced a contract agreement with the Clayton Clovers, like the Cape Cod League Summer Baseball Program. The Old North State League will now be on CRN. We are excited to now be the radio voice and streaming partner of the Clayton Clovers. Coverage and the schedules will be announced very, very soon. It will be an exciting 3 months from May, beginning on Memorial Day, all the way until around July before the playoffs begin. Summer baseball continues on the Community Radio Network, now officially proud to be the voice of all athletics in the town of Clayton. Very excited about that.
Fantastic news, Wesley.
I am going to get a hot dog, Pepsi, and peanuts. Peanuts are bad luck at the racetrack, but they're good luck at baseball. I don't get it. Ladies and gentlemen, something else this is good luck is stage number 3. This is the longest push to the checkered flag. NASRA trucks, Watkins, Glen, back to green here in the SimShop. 175. Everybody back even. Steven, anybody on the lead lap can be in it to win it. Michael, as they send it off into turn 1.
Yeah, big move by the Lions right there to the inside. We see Alvis get away. He's the one that he early hit it. He gave up 70 points to flip the field, and it's worked out for him really good. But you see Shane Scott making his way up through there, able to get past Cofield, and we'll see if Lions can make that early push pay off. That's one of the best TV images in all the NASCAR coming down that straightaway into the bus stop, Wesley.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
They're throwing another caution. There must be a big wreck. Oh my God, here it is. There must be a big wreck, and that's why they're throwing the yellow flag, guys.
You got Buzzy there.
Oh, it's a parking lot. Yep. I think it was coming out of the carousel. Positions 19, 20, 31, 28, all involved here. Oh, boy.
There we go. We'll be able to back this up here.
It's not good when your own sponsor crashes the zip shop. Here it is.
Through the S.
That must have been a big crash. Newbert, man, what a hit for Adam Newbert. He turned into the pack. They had to throw a caution here. There it is. The track's blocked. And there's Craig Bontrager. Oh, man.
Matt Cherry involved.
Craig Schroeder,
Cody, Knott, Stiers, all involved. They had to throw a yellow flag. They would only, and I don't know if you mentioned this, Michael, when you came on the air, the only time that a yellow flag would come out is if obviously it's the end of the stage, or if there is a big crash and the track is blocked and they feel like that is the only other alternative. And there it is, man, defending champion Matt Cherry crashing into the 49 of Bontrager. Other trucks like Mr. Cody Knott weaseling through the accident. The 11, the 56, the 57, the 23, all involved. Track was blocked here, boss.
Absolutely. Like you said, this is the only time that it will happen. But they had no choice. It blocked the track. You can hear engines expiring. I mean, that was a mess right there. Joey Stiers able to almost get all through. Yeah, Newbert just was not clear of that truck on the outside, Dylan Elnich. And yeah, there you go. Engines expiring. Just, wow, what a mess. Yeah, 45 of Matt Cherry was involved. He got clipped right at the beginning of the wreck. Mark Cofield came across and got him. No, right here, yeah. Truck looked a little more aerodynamic in the front, pinched in a little bit. This will make it interesting, see if guys come in top off or not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised we saw guys come down pit road because they had just pitted, but maybe there's a strategy there that maybe if they come down pit road, they could maybe go the distance. So I got to wonder if there's something going on. Wow, holy hell, there's more trucks coming down pit road than what we thought. Obviously, the damaged trucks, but also ones that might be going in a strategy and trying to top off the tank again here, Michael.
Yeah, and they do have 4 sets of tires, well, 3 in the pits available, so they could do that if they want. But I don't know if they can make it to the end, but they could. I mean, if the lap time's slow enough. So they said fuel is around 28 laps somewhere in there. We haven't seen anybody try it yet, but this is a good strategy for the guys running mid-pack. Yeah, Chris Ellis in there. You see Peyton Hubbard coming out. Several guys, of course, on the damaged clock now. Yeah, poor Bontrager. He just gets the damage fixed, and now he's got a little more. He was already down on power. See Buzzy Mongold's in there for a long time. Cofield's able to get tires, and I think he's going to try to pull away. We'll see what kind of speed he has, Wesley.
40 of 72 laps. Caution out again. I'll tell you what, we ain't took a break in a while. We'll step away, take them again. Thank our sponsors. We'll get ready for a restart after another second Serve Pro caution coming out as we are just getting started in the third stage at the Glen.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase 1552 Comics. Find us on eBay Auctions.
Back here at Watkins, Glen, the SimShop 175. Back for restart after the second caution of the night. Michael McKinnon, Wesley Outlet here with you. Michael filling in for the vacationing. Jacob Reeves, Bigglestein Hopton on the phenomenal production as always. Now, let me say something here. Normally, Michael, they don't throw a yellow flag at the end of the stage. They threw the caution because, let me retract. They only throw one caution out there. They threw the caution because of a massive crash and the track was blocked for the field. That's why they threw out this second yellow flag. And I don't think I even mentioned that when I got on the air saying that that's a possibility the only time they would throw a yellow flag, but it is.
No, that's right. That's been the rule with NASRA, and it's usually the rule with most road course racing anywhere, but that's right. It. If you get the road blocked up, 5, 6, 7 cars involved, they're going to throw the yellow flag. Other than that, it's clean and green, and you're fending for yourself sometimes.
You're listening to the CRN Community Radio Network. We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN. 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Ready to go back for a restart as we look again at our CRN race information. We are in stage number 3, already at the top of the hour. 40 of 72 laps now, ready for the finish. With Alvis, Scott, Cofield, Tribune, Lyons, top 5, ready to send them back to green, Michael, as we set off for a hope we better go at stage 3 here at Watkins, Glen. They're coming off of turn 7.
Yeah, we're going to have 31 to go. Let's check this restart. Last time, Lucas Lyons super aggressive on the brakes, so let's look right there behind the Cofield machine on the inside to see if he tries that same move on Jonathan this time. There he comes. He was super aggressive under braking on the first restart. Guys really fanning out there with him.
Back on their way. Watch him again down in the corner.
Super impressed with these guys tonight. Really get singled out. We know the bus stop's not where you really want to be stuck, but here we go. Trabue putting a move on Lucas Lyons, it looked like. Wow, did he send it? And Lucas drifting all the way through the bus stop. That's great car control. See Peyton Hubbard also make an aggressive move through the bus stop right there, move himself up into 6th.
Keep an eye on him now. And look at now, Albus back out in front again. Remember, Raul Albus at one time fell to the back. Albus, Cofield, Shane Scott. What a run for Shane Scott. Stinker TV's getting some awesome airtime tonight. He's up to the number 3 spot also, Michael.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going for that Stinker TV, and all the bad luck Shane has had. He needed a run there. Oh, we got a spinner in the back, but I think they'll gather it all back in. It's Buzzy Mongold one more time.
Buzz.
He's really having troubles this evening.
Crazy night for the man out of Concord, North Carolina, Buzzy Mongold. Try to bounce back here again.
Now we're seeing the cream of the crop start to migrate up here toward the front. These 2 front guys. I don't think Cofield will let him get away like he did the first time unless Alvis has been able to get that damage repaired, because he was able to drive out to almost a 5-second lead early in stage 1. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that, Wesley.
All this excitement we're continuing to watch as they work their way around the racetrack for another lap to be completed. It's 30 laps to go now. By the way, I don't know if you saw the schedule or not, Michael. We're going to Talladega next Monday night. Oh, my.
Oh. Yeah, we get those super speedways in there. These boys love them, or do they? I'm not real sure. Yeah, they Bristol. Crazy schedule, right? Road course, super speedway, and then a half-mile bull ring. That'll put everybody's chops to a test right there. I mean, let's give a shout to Shane Hubbard. I mean, having a great run tonight, even though the Bulldog was able to get by him, man. It's a name we don't call a ton, but here he is, and he is putting a great run on it tonight.
Albus in the lead. There's Shane Scott. You're on board with Scott fighting that wheel going into the bus stop. trying to hold off Lyons on the driver right. Passenger side, there he goes. He's got to move. Give him room. Whoa, don't go off course. Whoa! He went off course in the fight to get a muscle his spot back, and he did. And they're doing it again. You get a little too hard coming through the carousel, and you have got to muscle your way to get back on track. That's what those guys were doing just then.
Yeah, tremendous car control, because you get loose. Oh, he's loose right there again, but able to keep it under control. That carousel is just nasty, Wesley. You get too far out, it's dirty, it's nasty. And too far in, you spin it really easy. So these guys doing a tremendous work getting their way through there. .33 position gained by Lucas Lyons. How about that, Wesley? That is just incredible. All the way up to third from the back of the field.
What a climb. Hey, by the way, don't forget about other guys that are climbing in the top 10 as well. Peyton Hubbard in 6th, up 29 spots. Adam Newton at one time up in the front. He now is in 8th, up 26 spots. Biggest climbers, top 3 they are that I just mentioned. Other drivers that have fallen back. Obviously, Keith Haney lost 29 spots. He's in 36th. I guess it's not a red panty day for our buddy, Mr. Keith Haney.
No, not the red panty day today.
I'll never forget that, Michael. I'll never forget that when he told me about that at qualifying at Daytona. Yeah,
that was kind of crazy interview. I'm watching the lap time of the Bulldog right now. I want to see what it is. He ran a 1:15 last time. He may have sustained damage somewhere. I'm not real sure. I want to see what he can run. Never mind. Now he just ran a 1:12, so he does not have damage. So I was looking at it. He was 3 seconds down. Now he's one of the fastest machines on the track.
Paul Albus in the lead as they work their way down what is the back straightaway here at the Glen. Heading into the bus stop, making their way towards the carousel. And what did you say they call it? The no boot entrance?
Boots bypass. That's what they're calling it now.
Bypass. Yeah, the boots bypass. Yeah, there it is. Because there's the boot. And I'm going to tell you, man, if they run the boot again, that would be so cool. I love the boot. I really did. But you remember what happened, Michael McKinnon? There was a crazy crash with Jeff Gordon. I believe it was David Ruderman as well in the boot. And it was a bad crash, the 00, the 24 of Jeff Gordon. And NASCAR finally made the decision, we're getting away from the boot. It's not safe. IndyCar, IMSA, the cars are too fast running the boot. We're going to go back to protecting it for the safety of the drivers. That's the reason why the boot's gone, if anybody wondered.
Well, I'm going to show my age here. I believe it was the unfortunate death of J.D. McDuffie right there. Too much speed. He was not able to make the corner, and I believe he lost his life on that corner. And that's part of the reason they wanted to cut that off. Because that's a long, you come off straightaway right here off the carousel, and you guys will see down here on the left-hand side where you go into the boot. Super fast going into this section, and he wasn't able to hold it, and he lost his life right there before the entrance right there. I believe that was part of the decision to get rid of that for the NASCAR side.
I know that had a lot to do with it, but of course it was those big crashes that happened with also Jeff Gordon and Ruderman. I think it was with the car tomorrow. I want to say it was 05, 06, 07, where they finally said, you know what, enough is enough. So.
There were terrible crashes in that section right there. And it was all Armco at that point, so.
That's right. That's right.
They were terrible, terrible crashes. Good battle again. Here comes Schofield. He is not letting Albus get away this time. He's got something figured out with this. He is really good. Lucas Lyons, fastest lap of the race. 1:11. I think that's the first 1:11 I've seen today. So that man has got some speed in his truck.
Did you watch the race yesterday, Michael? Did you like the fact that they increased the laps another 10 laps instead of a 90-lap race? They went 100. Did you like that yesterday?
I didn't mind it. My favorite thing they did was they put the tire barriers up, instead of making a painted line, the track limits, they put the tire barriers at the exit of the carousel and at the exit of turn one. I like that. I don't like seeing the guys have to go way out there if they miss a corner and they get a reprieve. I like that.
I like the fact that they also try to get away from the sand traps as well. I think that they have realized in time the sand traps are more dangerous than what people think. I mean, you see it at Daytona and Talladega. There used to be gravel, there used to be grass, and now they've made it all pavement. You know, so if a car loses control or a truck loses control, and notice right there, you see what I'm talking about? Let's go into turn one. You see it's all pavement now. All of that's all pavement going up the hill, coming off of that opening turn. That used to be a gravel or a sand trap. There used to be a sand trap there where and even on iRacing, they did it, Michael, where if you hit it, dust flew everywhere, rocks, particles flew everywhere, and you went slip sliding away like the lyrics to a Paul Simon song.
Oh, absolutely. I think I've been there and done that a couple of times. But of course, we all remember that wreck Jimmy Johnson had there when the former Busch cars. Just an unbelievable wreck, and he got out on top of the car, and he was all good. But that used to be a really dangerous area because NASCAR's tried their best to get away from all grass if they can. I mean, a lot of it's cosmetic, some of it's artificial now, but they realize these cars speed up when they hit the grass. You can't slow down, so it makes the wrecks worse. So they're trying to get rid of all of that, and I understand that, but I don't know. It takes away from the aesthetic to me. I kind of like the way it looks most times. As we see Mr. Scott under pressure from Peyton Hubbard. This kid just keeps reeling them in and putting them down all night. I don't think
any of these guys have enough fuel to go to the end. Michael or Dean, Dean, our producer, is telling us in our ear. I don't think any of these guys are. I think there was a strategy after that last caution where they come down pit road and they tried to fill up the tanks, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. They might be able to go a little bit further than the other guys that didn't pit after stage 2, but Michael, I don't think anybody can go to the finish without stopping or getting fuel.
No, I agree. The drivers told us 28 was the absolute limit, and when we took the restart, we had 31, and plus they had a pace lap. So I don't think anybody can make it to the end. But watch somebody try to prove me wrong, right? That's usually how it works when they prove me wrong.
Not the first track stopper we've had at the Glen. Remember when Kaufman turned me after the carousel and then didn't get an EOL, LOL. Yeah.
Oh, that's salty.
Don't forget Sonoma tomorrow. We're going to Wine Country in New York, to Wine Country in Wine Country, California, West Coast tomorrow. We're doing the round of course, NASRA Prosper Engineering Endurance Series. That's back after a 2-week absence, and we did double headers because of it at Road Atlanta and Indy. But we're just doing Sonoma tomorrow night. Oh, and by the way, don't forget on Sunday night, May 31st, join Emmett Crow and myself with Dean Hopton, 6 hours from Daytona, Sunday afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Or maybe it's 2 p.m. Eastern. Joshua, help me out. I know you're in the chat. I want to say it's 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern, but that is Sunday, May 31st. The 2 hours of Daytona, the ISMA Supercars, GTP, GT3, and LMP2 will all be ran. Hit the QR code. Get signed up May 31st. That'll be a fun one.
Yeah, I may want to be part of that. I'll have to ask the teams if I can get in and help call a little bit of that. I enjoy watching that
1
track.
p.m. Eastern. So there you go. It's 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central, and 10 a.m. Pacific. Everybody says we never take care of the West Coast people. I'm taking care of you now.
Absolutely. Yeah, we do tend to forget about them out there. They got all that good weather and such.
That'll be a fun one. As right now we go back to the action. Closing in with Alvis in the lead, but look who's dead on his heels, man. One wrong slip, and JC, Jonathan Cofield's going to get the top spot back. Stage 1 winner.
Yeah, I told you, he's had the long run truck all night long, wasn't he? Woo! Happens across the nose of Larson right there. That was a little tight for comfort. Cofield making his move.
Field, here he comes. Oh! And Raw Albus ain't just going to give it up either, man. Remember this, Michael, this was a guy that was crashed earlier. Raw Albus was in the wall. He's coming down pit road.
Him, and Peyton Hubbard.
Yep, Hubbard, Tribune, Scott, Newton. So they're pitting. That shows you right there, Michael, they can't go the distance. And by the way, we're in the Premier Racing Setups. 20 to go is also.
They absolutely can't make it, apparently. That's way earlier than I expected, but if he felt his truck was giving up a little bit, I guess that'd be the right call. It'll be their longest run from here to the end with 20 to go, but we're going to see a good battle here in just a moment, I believe, out of Lyons and Cofield, because Lyons is reeling him in a hurry. Fastest man on track. Yeah, Lucas
all this
Lyons
going on. Yep. And now when does Cofield come down pit road? When does Lyons or Pappas or Larson come down pit road, Michael? Because you know they don't want to get out of sequence with these other guys that put it a lap ago.
That's a tough call for me. If they want to run long, I don't think we'll get another track blocker, but if we were, they would still be a disadvantage. So there's your question right there. There goes Cofield into the pits. Lyons going to probably make one more lap, and then he'll probably come down for service as well. But he was by far the fastest man on track.
Michael, though, but I just want to say, if you remember, though, I don't know if Dean can show up the telemetry on the Lions truck. Remember, he was one of those trucks that came down pit road after that second caution and kind of fueled. And there you see the result. There it is right there. You see?
Okay, so he's went 18 laps. I'm going to say he can only go 10 more. So I don't think he can make it for sure. But he has so much pace compared to other guys right now. The longer he runs, he's just building and building a gap. So he may want to go around a couple more times before he tries to bring it down.
You've got about an 11-second lead over Larson. Do you start to slow down a little bit and try to conserve fuel if you're the leader? Lyons right now, McKinnon?
Well, I mean, he's 0.6 of a second faster per lap. I would build the lead as far as I could get it before I came down pit road just to get a buffer. But then again, you're also giving up laps to make up the difference. But we'll see right here. I think he's coming down. Yeah, he's coming down right now. He's going to just cut it off where he can. But he has so much more speed. I mean, he could have stayed out for sure.
Lyons is in. There he pulls in. So does also Parsons. So they're pitting. More coming down pit road. Now Cole Larson will be showed as the new leader of the Mountain Dew Baja Blast number 20 entry.
Yeah, he's going to take the long strategy, it looks like. I mean, he's still got pretty good pace. He's running 14.3. Luke Smith's running 14.6. Scored in second right now. A lot of guys running 15s, but these new tires are going to catch up to him in a hurry. Oh, we got Cody Knott around.
Problems for the Madera, California driver, the Pulse Poppers, entry number 26. By the way, don't forget about the Pulse Poppers ARCA Series. Michael McKinnon, Dean, and myself. June tonight from Iowa. A little short track racing that races like a super speedway. And there's the Pulse Poppers 26. Oh, good job locking it up. Not hitting the Armco barrier. Keeps on going.
Yeah, that's a pretty good job there to be able to catch that before you go on that inside wall. That's fairly hard to do off that corner, but as we said, that carousel's crazy. Lucas Lyons getting a black flag. We have to wait and see what that's for, but he's probably going to have to do a pass-through right here. I didn't see any X limits tonight, so I'm not sure that didn't happen in the pit lane. Yeah, he's going to have to do his pass-through.
So a tough break. There's a penalty there.
Oh, stop and go. Oh, I don't know what they gave him. It might be a stop for 40 seconds. That one's going to hurt big time. Oh, what a gaggle here. Stephen Thomas.
Wow. And the 44 of Thomas. And another one. J.D. Larson.
Yeah, J.D. Larson there just... It looked like Thomas thought he was clear. Was not. I mean, I don't know what more they'd want J.D. Larson to do. It looked like he was just trying to stay out of the way, but pinched him down a little bit too much. I'm not sure what else he could have done there, was it?
Yeah, I'm kind of like you. I agree. Larson behind the wall. So is now Goodwin. 16 to go here at the Glen. Don't forget, next week we're going to Talladega. In 2 weeks, Bristol.
Fantastic schedule making. Craig Schrader, he's having a little incident off track. But there's your leader, Luke Smith.
Oh, Craig Schrader in trouble. Off the base. Number 56.
Yeah, he was involved in that track blocker earlier too. So he's probably got a little damage already. Just trying to salvage what he can. Get a little wheel hop, or we get it on the gas too hard. Little on the gas too hard. Oh, no, don't. Oh, wow. What a job of getting out of the way. This is the move.
Ready to go. Let's see what happens. Oh, and by the way, Johnson is 9-10 seconds back from the leader, Luke Smith. Hubbard, 13 seconds. Third, Albus, 16 seconds. Cofield, 16 seconds back in fifth. So, are we going to see a cycle where we see Cofield go back to the lead?
Yeah, right now it's showing Peyton Hubbard as their kind of your default lead. He only took fuel, so he's on the old shoes trying to take it to the end.
Wow.
I don't know if that'll pay off for him or not. With yeah, it's been really good racing tonight. I can't say it has not, Dean. I mean, chiming in right there, and it's been great to see Barnett getting out of the way of the leaders. That's what we're hoping for. Let these guys battle it out. Cofield was not the greatest exit right there. That's going to cost him a couple tenths. Yeah. Yeah, Albus 1 second faster the last lap, almost 9/10 faster, Wesley. I don't think this is going to take too long. It's just a matter of time before we have a change for the lead as we see Luke Smith into the pit road, and that'll put Jeffrey Johnson on the point for just a little bit here.
Look at Peyton Hubbard now in second. And Raw Albus, there is P2 to P4. Cofield in the middle. He's not being showed, but he's amongst that battle. As now here comes Peyton Hubbard. Oh boy, oh boy. Albus, Cofield, Newton, all this going on. Hubbard trying to get to Hubbard in second. And by the way, under 15 to go.
Yeah, I mean, every lap he's taking at least half a second off the lead. So within the next 3-4 laps, if it was F1, they'd say the pass expected in 4 laps. I think it might be a little bit sooner than that, because once he gets it clear, he's going to be gone. I think he's just going to go blow right by Hubbard with the old shoes. But we're yet to see, anything can happen. Thank you all out there in the chat. Good turnout tonight. We appreciate everybody out in the chat. Like and subscribe, all the good things. Love these pictures that Dean Hopton are giving us.
He's the man.
He is the man.
And of course, don't forget, the Cops Truck Series has finished their season.
Congratulations to the champion. It will now move to a Thursday series. So there you go.
Yeah, I can't wait
It's
for
about the
Thursday.
finale.
Yeah, MDW.
Matthew David Wood finally got the proverbial championship Munster X off him, and he's finally a NASRA DSR. I'm sorry, he's finally a NASRA Cops Truck Series champion.
Yeah, I think he won, 12 or 13 races on the season. I mean, he deserved it. He's just that good. And if he was here tonight, we would see how good he is, because he is incredible at this. But see, Lucas Lyons, that's not for the lead. That's Lucas coming back out of the pit. So he is in between second and third. But we're going to have a battle for the lead here fairly quickly. But right now, he is helping Peyton Hubbard all the way.
Yeah. By the way, I just want to say this and whoa, hang on. Whoa, Lions got really pressured there behind them as Albus under attack by Cofield, Newton, Tribune. Well, he really jumped the racetrack, didn't he? He got the hell out of the way. He said, I'm getting away from y'all. How about it, boys? 11 to go in the line.
This is going to be a great battle all the way to the end. Something we're not privileged enough to see enough times. This is going to be a really good battle to the end. Lucas Lyons, as long as he's there, he is helping Peyton Hubbard all the way. He is helping him. Hubbard, Alvis, Cofield. This is going to be your battle. Oh, Cofield off in the grass. He's going to really lose some time right there. They're just not able to get, the braking traction down. He's going to have to really battle to get back into it, Wesley.
Oh, and my friend, here in the SimShop 175. WMD Motorsports, great coverage, guys. Really good battles going on and very interesting strategy battle playing out. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the story we're telling, because this has been a fun one. We're closing in on 10 to go. And there's that last pit stop info when drivers last pitted. Hubbard took fuel only. No tires. Albus took on-floor tires. Alwyn Morton coming to 10 to go. Michael McKinnon is tires on the road course.
To me, it's very important, but right now what's more important is Lucas Lyons throwing all this dirty air in front of Alvis right now, as he's just throwing the dirty air, and you can see Hubbard on the old shoes able to maintain this gap. I mean, he's got it up to 8/10. He was literally able to stretch it just a touch the last 2 laps, so maybe the goodie on those new shoes for Alvis is going away, and Lyons throwing that dirty air on it. It's just, that's teammates. That's how you do it. I mean, he lost almost 2/10 the last lap, Wesley. That's incredible. I mean, these tires will equalize after a period of time. My question to you, Wes, is how long does Raul Alvis put up with this before he tries to move Lyons out of the way? I mean, or can he even get to him?
Very true. Could we see a bump and run in road course racing also, Michael? I mean, is that a
I believe so.
Right?
I'm sure we could.
I'll be your friend, but I'm going to move your ass out of the way to win if I have to.
That's right. I mean, that is a lap car wreaking havoc on the battle for the lead right here, as we see Cofield he's falling all the way, over a second and a half behind Alvis compared to where he was. And hopefully he can reel it back in, but that mistake he made, you can see his tire track right there in the grass. That mistake he made really cost him, but this is going to be a great battle before it's over. Lyons, we know he was the fastest truck on older shoes earlier, so he's going to be able to keep up the pace, but he's also, he's also helping navigate for Peyton Hubbard right here. Yeah, still faster than Alvis last lap again. Tremendous racing right here. This is teammate special. Alvis, I thought he had this for sure, Wesley. I thought it would only take a couple laps. And now Peyton Hubbard is literally stretching the lead.
Hubbard and Alvis, there's from second to fourth. Actually, it's actually first and second. I don't know why I'd say in P2 to P4. Is that where they started the race? Whoa, hang on, 8 to go. And lap traffic up ahead as well.
Yeah, Cofield is starting to reel in Alvis just a little bit. It's not much, but it's 2-3 tenths. Like I said, Lucas Lyons just throwing the dirty air all over this truck. I believe Alvis has cooked his tires, man, or he's got something wrong because he's really falling away, Wesley. Seven to go at the line.
Right now. Yep, I'm sorry, Michael. And whoa, look at the truck sideways. Oh, up ahead. Is that Alvis? I think it is, or the tire's gone. Hubbard. Somebody was slip sliding right there.
Yeah, we're going to have to see here in just a second because Lyons did a tremendous job holding him up. Now we're going to see what kind of pace he truly has or if he did burn up his equipment because Hubbard was able to take it from about 5 tenths to 2.2 seconds now. I mean, he is just unbelievable job on these old tires. Gap kind of sustaining Wesley, still 2 seconds here. I was hoping he's going to have a great finish, but I think Raul might have cooked his tires just a little bit. Stay on board here. Lost another 4 tenths of a second almost. I think he just went too hard there, Wesley. That could be the end for him.
Ready now to settle this one here, no doubt about it, as they close in on the home stretch. It'll be 5 laps to go. Five to go. Hubbard in the lead. For how long, though? Luke Smith. That is a truck that, by the way, is in 8th. So is there only 9 trucks in the lead lap? 8 trucks in the lead lap?
I'm showing 19. I think there's 19.
Okay. They're just scattered everywhere. Unbelievable.
Yeah, there's a lot of pace difference for sure, but Cofield's going to be putting the pressure on Alvis for second here soon. But this is a really good battle. It's Pappas, Hunter Parsons. We've seen Luke Smith get past him right there. But give a shout out to Phil Pappas. He's had a really nice, solid race. Stayed around the top 10 all night. I mean, that machine looks good as he's doing his work.
Five remaining. Open hand from your flagman. Ladies and gentlemen, we head to the home stretch here tonight on the SimShop 175. Talladega on the horizon next Monday. Bristol in 2 weeks. Coming off of last week's race in Charlotte. And all the while, can Cofield run down Alvis and try to get to Hubbard? 2 seconds separate the top 3. Here, Kitty, they're in his sights as he works to the carousel off the bus stop, heading to the boot bypass, if you will.
Yeah, but Cofield's one of the fastest trucks on the track right now, so this is going to be your battle if they are not able to catch up to Hubbard. But this has been the battle all night, Wesley. I mean, he has got to be getting tired of looking at the SimShop on the back of that truck, because he has seen it a lot tonight, able to overtake him at least one time, but this battle has raged from the drop of the flag.
Unbelievable. Coming down to the line when they come to the stripe this time by, it is 4 laps to go now.
Alvis gave him the inside, but Cofield not able to quite get there. Peyton Hubbard still 1.8 seconds up the road right here, but 4 to go. This is gonna be interesting to see who can get into the second place. I was gonna say the podium spot, but they're both already there. So see who can get talk to second tonight. Yeah.
They come working back again off of the back stretch into the bus stop. I mean, it's you know, I've also said this for a long time. I know it's 7 turns at Watkins Glen, but through the years, Michael, Watkins Glen doesn't race like a road course anymore. It races like a speedway. And I'll be honest, there was a time where I thought road course racing was probably even more exciting than what the pavement circle oval racing was providing in NASCAR. And I think we're seeing the same thing here now in NASRA as we set ourselves in for a barn burner, coming to 3 to go at the line.
Yeah, Cofield's going to have a run there. That was a good exit, a little loose out of Alvis. Let's see how the braking zone goes, but he should have the preferred line, and the way it's working right now, we'll see. But, oh, boy, does Alvis dive it in there to the outside. Let's see what Cofield's got for him on the drive-off. And so close right here. So close. Oh, goodness.
Trying to keep it off the wall. Goes Cofield. Powers back around Alvis. That's for second. He's got 3 seconds and 3 laps, 2.5 laps to catch Hubbard. Can Cofield go into beast mode?
He's going to have to go into beast mode, but you see 2/10 came off right there in the bus stop, but Alvis is not going to give this up easily. Good runoff again for Cofield. Nice drive off. See what they got, Wesley, because he just ripped 4/10 off that lead just coming through the carousel.
Let her rip, Tater Chip. Craig Schroeder off course. He slows down. Hubbard and Cofield, there's the interval. You're watching it. They're coming to the penultimate lap this time by. And if you don't know what the word penultimate means, look it up on Google. 2 to go. Next to last. Final lap next time by, as it is Hubbard and Cofield. Can he get him?
Well, we're going to wait and see.
Third right there. That's second and third. Got to see where Hubbard is.
2.3, but he has taken 7/10 out of him in half a lap. So we just have to wait and see here if he can get it to within 1.3 or so by the time they take the white flag. This is going to be close, but he is reeling him in for sure.
Virtual Watkins Glen International. Oh, the road courses in the Empire State have come down to this in beautiful New York wine country. And this race now here for virtual NASRA is coming down to the home stretch. Watch Hubbard. He's in the lead, but you're watching Cofield. There's Hubbard up ahead as we got truck sideways. Oh, trouble. The 41 Lions around. But there's nobody inside to trigger a caution. They're coming to the Darren's Deep Helen Shine white flag coming off a turn number 7. You see Barney wavering it feverishly. 1 to go. Hubbard, can he hold off Cofield? Cofield's getting closer and closer. Here he comes.
Yeah, you can see him in the braking zone. He's given a little bit, but he's been getting it back. But Hubbard with a really good exit, able to pull a 10th right there. I think Cofield might end up 1 lap short, but he's going to give it everything he's got right here. He's been way better through the bus stop and the carousel, but I don't know if he can get to him before he gets to 6. If he can get to him before 6, he can move him if he wants.
The lyric to the great country song by George Strait. Give it all you got tonight. I know that means something else in the resemblance of love, but give it all you got right now tonight, Cofield, because that's what it's going to have to take. And if you're Hubbard, you cannot make a mistake here in these final corners coming off of the bus stop for the carousel.
Made a hell of a run at it. He's taken almost 2 seconds away from the lead in a couple laps. He might end up just one short. Peyton Hubbard doing a great job. I think Peyton's got him.
Cofield getting closer, cuts into a second, but not enough. Austin Hubbard will come down to the line. Peyton Hubbard, my apologies. Peyton Hubbard will come down to the line, and he will win here at Watkins Glen.
Just great strategy call, helped by the teammates, able to hold off. I mean, that was a 34-lap run, 35-lap run on those tires, and able to hold it off. That's incredible.
And we were wondering earlier when we saw that, would that strategy work? Could they pull it off? And my goodness, the answer is yes, they did it.
Yeah, tremendous job. And then hats off to Cofield and Alvis. They race side by side, nose to tail all night, clean all night. Great racing from everybody. Just shout out to everybody. I mean, Peyton Hubbard, fantastic job. Thank your teammate. Great run out of you, young man.
Peyton Hubbard is going to be the man that will celebrate here tonight when it is all said and done for the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series for season number 7. Oh, by the way, if you love keeping up with statistics and math like I do, Mr. Michael McKinnon, we are now 5 for 5 on the season. There have been 5 different winners in 5 races, and now you can add Peyton Hubbard from Mocksville, North Carolina, for the Lucas Designs Racing Team, joining Raul Alvis, Hunter Parsons, Luke Smith, and Jonathan Cofield.
Well, that shows the depth in this field. And there were several other drivers that could have pulled off the win tonight, but the strategy paid off for Peyton. Just a tremendous drive. I mean, all the way from the back of the field, he picked up 34 positions on the way to the win, Wesley. Just shows his strength. That's tremendous.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, man. It really shows the strengths and the strategy. It's like what Shane Van Gisbergen did yesterday at Watkins Glen in the NASCAR Cup race with a different strategy than the others. The same type of play wild card was done here tonight with Peyton Hubbard and others. And you see, they pulled it out at the end. Peyton Hubbard will pick up the win. By the way, Peyton Hubbard, hard charger of the race as well. The guy was the hard charger, climbing 34 spots and winning the damn thing here tonight at the end of 72 laps, 175 miles here at Watkins Glen. 13 lead changes with 9 drivers in green flag racing. Obviously, Raul Alvis was the pole winner. Peyton Hubbard was the fastest lap. Raul Alvis led the most laps, 26. But it's all said and done, though. It is Jonathan Cofield coming up short, as Raul Alvis did as well. Peyton Hubbard wins here at the Glen in the SimShop 175. Peyton Hubbard is the winner. Here's your unofficial overall finishing results. Jonathan Cofield will finish second, Raul Alvis third, Adam Newton, Kerry Tribune, Shane Scott, Cole Larson, Luke Smith, Hunter Parsons, and Phil Pappas Michael are your top 10 here at the Glen.
Yes, sir, and they're followed up by Tyler Justice, Stephen Thomas. We saw him spin, recovered for 12th. Jeffrey Johnson, Tyler Goodwin, 14th. Justin White, nice run, 15th. Justin Lumpkin, 16th. Peyton Johnson, 17th. Lucas Lyons, we saw that penalty cost him a lot right there. He faces 18th. Chris Ellis, 19th, and J.D. Larson, 20th.
But by the way, all these trucks still in the lead lap. 20 trucks in the lead lap with a checkered flag fail. 21st from Asheboro, Shane Trotter. Cody Nutt comes back with a top 25. 22nd, 3 laps down after the problems he had. And the Hillbilly, Steve Barnett, 4 laps down as well. Craig Schroeder, 5 laps down in 24th. And Buzzy Mongold for the Nighthawk had a tough night. He'll finish in the top 25, 6 laps down. Coy Miller, Joey Stiers, Mark Cofield, Dylan Alnich, and Matt Cherry, the defending champion, caught up in the big one. He finishes 30th tonight at the Glen.
Yes, sir. And then we see stage 1 winner Craig Bontrager had a little troubles there. He ends up 31st. Adam Newton, 32nd. Curtis Banks, 33rd. Brady LaBeouf, 48 laps down. Nate Maurer, 52 laps down, then followed by Keith Haney, Aaron Van Rielte, I guess. I hope I'm
Aaron
right
Van
on
Rattle.
that.
Van Rattle.
Van
Yeah,
Rattle.
Aaron Van Rattle.
Thank you,
Van Rattle.
Leslie.
Yes, sir.
Andrew Harris, 38. Stephen Gregory, 39. Raul Meza, 40.
By the way, Raul Meza, the all-time starter of NASRA tonight. Career start number 548 for Raul Meza. No career wins yet, but he's the man that dominates over the most starts in NASRA for anybody else. Other drivers, there they are. We are taking a break. Dean Hopton, thank you as always, my friend. I'll see you tonight for eNASCAR Australia right here at the Glen. We'll also be back together with Michael McKinnon on Wednesday night for Iowa. I'll be with you tomorrow night with Joshua Suss and Dean for Sonoma and the NASRA Prosper Engineering Endurance Series. Michael McKinnon and Dean will carry you guys the rest of the way. Jacob Reeves, hope you are watching, listening. Hope you're enjoying your vacation with the wife, Taylor, and the beautiful baby, David. We are going to step away. We talk to the winners, and we get you ready also for Talladega next week. It is Peyton Hubbard winning at Watkins Glen in the SimShop 175. Fifth different winner in 5 races. And Michael, we'll talk to the podium next.
Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantle, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet Distributors, craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime.
All right, back live here at Watkins Glen as we're going to bring in the winner of the race in the 31 machine there, Peyton Hubbard. And Peyton, great strategy call. I wasn't sure as I was calling the race if the tires would hold out, but it seemed like once Lucas Lyons served his penalty, got in behind you, put a little dirty air on Mr. Alvis there, it seemed to help you in the long run. Is that the same way you kind of feel how that worked out?
Yeah, it was different getting used to the 110% power on this track. That's, running officials to try to get used to it. It was only 100%. So after we kind of got used to it, it was pretty good. I really didn't know how the tires were going to hold. I just took a chance and was like, hopefully that the advantage of pit time didn't, undercut the advantage you get on tires. So, but it ended up working out for sure. Jonathan was catching me. A few more laps, it probably would have been pretty interesting.
I understand that. What I don't understand, I mean, you rolled up through the field, 34 positions gained. So you're the hard charger. You're the winner of the race. I mean, this ought to make you feel good with the amount of competition that's in this league, right?
Yeah, we've had a rough few weeks. Bad finishes, wrecks. What happened between me and Luke at the stage last week, get me an EOL. It was pretty tough. I was really just trying to get as many team points as I could, but it kind of worked out this way with good strategy. So yeah, I'm definitely happy.
All right, everybody. Now, Peyton, I want you to take your time. It's your first time as the winner here. Shout out those sponsors and give the thanks, whatever you need to do, man. It's congratulations again.
Yeah, I'd like to thank all the guys at Bandits, Renegade. We're a big team here. SimShop, Raul came on board to be part of the team. He's helped us out a lot. But yeah, all those guys, and I really thank all of them.
All right, everybody, that's Peyton Hubbard, your winner of the SimShop 150 tonight, man. Just great run. Congratulations again. And that'll bring us into our second place finisher, Jonathan Cofield. And Jonathan, you and Raul put on quite a battle tonight. We watched, over and over again. And then at the end, I mean, tremendous closing. You took off almost 2 seconds at the end, but is there anything else you think you could have done that got the job all the way to the front spot?
Probably not. He was fast, man. I had a ball just up there racing with him, trying to figure out how to get around him. Messed up one time, missed my braking point, just barely got in the grass, and then I had to run him back down again. That was my mistake. About took Raw out. Really didn't mean to do that, but I just barely got the tires in the grass and kicked it sideways. But yeah, good run by the Bandits team and the Renegade team. Really strong run tonight.
Yeah, we saw that little slide through the grass going into one, and I just enjoyed your strategy all night. Like I said, I noticed you weren't shifting as much as the other guys. You're keeping your wheels into the track. I mean, once again, great run, and take the time, shout out your sponsors, whoever you thank to make this happen.
Yeah, just everybody at NASRA, all the admins for letting us come out here and on a Monday night and race around. Dean, you, Mike, Wesley Outland, really appreciate everything y'all do. Can't wait to go back and watch it. Like I said a while ago, all my teammates, Bandits, Renegade, everybody had a real strong night. Shaco Springs, really appreciate them for giving me a paycheck every week, and SimShop for coming on and sponsoring this race. That's real awesome.
Well, congratulations again, Jonathan. And that was Jonathan Cofield. He came home second tonight after battling our third place man, it seemed like, for the entire 70-lap race. But we'll bring in Raul Alves now. And Raul, I know you're not probably pretty happy with the 12 truck that happened there in the first stage when you were out to a 5-second lead. Did it give you enough damage where you couldn't run the same lines, or was that fixed and we were just able to, everybody else just kind of save a little more than what you were able to, or what was the strategy after that?
That's a good question. I honestly forgot about that just because the second half of the race was nothing but a battle between me and Jonathan. But as far as like damage, it did damage it, but it really just hurt the tires more than anything. I just couldn't make anything up. So the truck was fine. I don't know what he was necessarily doing. Thought he was going to let me go, but that wasn't the case. And then he decides to hit me in the back. But the truck was fine. I mean, just to answer your question, it was just the tires that were messed up.
Okay, and I mean, in my last question, we're seeing it live on the screen right here. What happened? This is unfortunate what happened. But my final question is, we thought for sure you were catching Peyton right there. Did the dirty air of Lucas Lyons play that much of an effect? Because I thought that's what it had to be. Because you guys were catching, and then all of a sudden it just started to drop off, and Peyton was able to actually gap you guys a little bit, which surprised us.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned everything I was going to say. I guess I'll just leave it at that. I'm glad he was able to win, but you pretty much said what I was going to say, so nothing else.
No beef then. Now we're okay then. All right.
Yep,
well,
all good.
All right, man. Third place finisher, Raul. Us now. Give us your shout outs. Tell us who you love. All that stuff about racing with all these great competitors. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, thanks to SimShop, you guys. It was really fun to come on board. Everyone at Renegade, Bandits. Jonathan's really good. I'm gonna have to see what kind of tire hacks he's using because his tire saving everywhere is unbelievable. So I need to have a talk with him.
Well, I'll tell you what, he never shifted out of third. I never saw him go lower than third anywhere. That was crazy to me, but that's what I saw. But there's your third place finisher, guys, Raul Alves. We congratulate all our top three, congratulate the field, and I'll bring in Dean Hopton to help me finish this off tonight. And Dean, you're the road course guy. We saw one of the better road course races we've seen in this league tonight. I mean, I think by far we saw a lot of battles, clean battles, not a lot of carnage on the track. It was just a great race overall. I mean, give us your thoughts about it.
Yeah, no, this is absolutely fantastic. This is why, drivers, you've got to enjoy when you have a really good race like this tonight and really good close battles, good strategy calls and things like that as well, too. Hard charges through the field, as you said, Peyton Hubbard giving up 34 places. Adam Newton just finished outside that podium, also up 30. You heard it from the drivers. They said that they enjoyed this. I mean, even with those little moments and stuff like that, even with the two cautions that we had, one after the end of the stage break 2, and then we had an immediate caution after that. But it was fantastic considering you had a field there of 41 drivers here this evening. not that many incidents, really. Just good, hard, fast racing, my friend. And you got to give it to this man, for Peyton, for holding on with those old boots. That strategy call.
Yeah, we see it on Sunday where tires mattered. Tonight, he was able to hold it off. And thank you, Dean, for your thoughts right there. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end it with this. What a schedule we've got coming up. I mean, we got Talladega next week. We're going to be in Alabama on a 3-wide all the way through. And then we're going to go to the littlest track that we got, Bristol. Great job by the schedule makers putting this together. My final thoughts are this. Great race. I enjoyed every bit of it. I love this track. I think most people that like road coursing like this track. And next week, we know what we're going to get out of that super speedway. 3-wide, crazy racing. Can't wait to see you there. And until then, keep it clean, keep feeling fine, and try to keep it between the lines. We'll see you in Alabama next week, everybody. Bye-bye.